Hi everyone, remember the giant halfway that I drove you crazy with before? Well, I'm back modifying again. So it's been I've been riding this a bit and it's been pretty good, but I've got slightly obsessed with this other form of cycling. It's called handicap racing, where the guys ride effectively track bikes on the road with no brakes and such like. Well, I've not gone that crazy, but so I will still maintain one brake. But going to make a few changes. Now what I've been, as you can see, it's got no handlebars at the moment, so I've tried quite a few things since I last did a video on this, so I'll run you through. So this was the original sort of setup, so for it to be a folding bike. So you've got the normal sort of wedge type thing, so as you tighten the bolt, that secures that into the fork crown. Let's see. So let's go over, sorry. So that will slot in there, and as you tighten the bolt, the wedge opens and makes it tight in there, so when you steer, everything's tickety-boo. But and this bit folds down, so that allowed the bike to be folded, but we're not worried about it being a folding bike anymore. And this is I don't know what it weighs, but a fair lump. So what I then found was, so this is 1 1/8" width, so that's what you're constrained by. So then I was going to make one, but to be honest, I bought this bit for £5, and you can't buy the material for that. So I put that in, and then that allowed you to put this handlebar stem in. So I tried that, and it all worked fine, and that's what I've been riding around on the road with it. It's pretty ugly though, and so I thought, yeah, I wasn't so pleased with it, just from a looks point of view, and thought there's got to be a better way to sort this out. So then I came up with these are an old Sonelli stems that we used in the 80s, maybe the 90s, or probably, well, right back to the 60s, but this is, I think it's a 1X model. So basically, and there's a better one, but or one I prefer, but I haven't managed to find one at a reasonable price. And this is 80mm, and that's the size I need to get the position on the bike. So I thought that is a lot prettier than this big bulky thing. However, the problem is this is only 1 inch. So there, if we take it over to the bike, what we got is a big bit of rattling going on, which clearly is no good. So then I thought, well, I could make a shim for it. So then I'm searching around on the internet, and lo and behold, for a couple of quid, a ready-made one. So effectively this gives me the extra 1/8 of an inch I need. So, but this, as you can see on this type, when you tighten the Allen key up, or the Allen bolt up, that pulls this is a wedge, and that splays these two, out, and then that causes the it to clamp into there. So this has got four slots. So basically, trying to do this one hand, that slides on there, and then that slides into the frame. And then when you tighten it up, Bob's your uncle. Now the only thing I've done some experiments with this, is what I've been doing is ensuring that the alignment of that one, sorry, the alignment of that and that are the same. So then just, I can't technically explain why I think that's better, but I think it will actually force this to come out to get me a stronger hold. So that's where we're going on there, and that fits in pretty lovely, and that'll be fine. If I can find the more elegantly designed one. So effectively the other one, the one I'm after, this bolt is here and it's a whole lot smoother lines. So we've come to that sort of decision on there. So this is where we're going with now on the halfway. So no machining, no anything, just a matter of fitting it. Now one of the other things that are sort of based on watching this alley cat racing, basically it's just guys running through busy towns trying to cope with all the traffic, and it was sort of born out of cycle messengers in the big New York, London and such like. So I was thinking about the physical width of the bike and the challenges there, because obviously if you're trying to go through gaps you need to be as skinny as possible. Well, obviously I have limited scope around my shoulders and such like, but I can bend those, but it's mechanical width. So what I did was I measured from here, this pedal, which is it sticks out the most, to that one on that side, and what I got is about 40 centimeters. So the goal is then, or what I've got in my mind is, I need to make sure the handlebars are around about 40 centimeters. So then basically that gives me the maximum, or that's, yeah, basically I can't go through a gap smaller than 40 centimeters. Otherwise I start bashing into things. So I've marked this up. I've done some calculations with the brake lever, because you can see the handlebars bend, and can I get the brake lever, the one brake lever on here, on that straight, and I can. So put a bit of marking blue, and what I'm going to do, and this, we saw this the other day on Christmas, what I can do is I'm going to measure, and this is quite another good use of the tool, because I can go round the end and scribe the line there. I'm not sure you need to see me scribing a line or sawing this off, but I saw these off in the Kennedy Hexacut and just deburr them and such like. So then what that will allow me to do is put these in here. Now one of the other things I had to overcome was this centre piece is smaller than here, so we're back to shimming again. So I started searching around, and I actually found for about £4, no, £5 I think it was. I could have made one, but again £5, and he's obviously got some sort of press tool, and he's made one specifically for this purpose. So actually where this goes in, the shim actually follows that, so it was just a matter of slotting it in there, and then the handlebars go in and it all fits perfectly. So that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'll leave you and then I'm going to go and saw the handlebars off, reassemble all this, and then we're pretty much there on the handlebar setup. So that the only thing we need to start to consider is I think on the earlier videos I said I was going to do something with the pedals. Well, I put the original ones on there. I don't plan on keeping those, but they were just so I could ride the bike. And then here's all the bits for the brake. And then my initial plans was I was going to over-engineer it, and it was just craziness when I suddenly came up with an idea, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that after I've done that. Okay, so back in a little while. Hiya, so we're back now. The reality is really, it's probably 2 months since I filmed the first part that you've just seen. But anyway, the bike's all assembled now. I cut the handlebars down as I said I was going to. I've had a change of heart on the pedals, so I'll whiz you over there in a minute and show you the different ones. And that's really about it. Slight problem with the shimming, but I managed to sort of get it done. The bit into the frame was perfect, just the bars, so I'm going to look for some different bars just to see if I can find ones with the right diameter, or potentially chop off some original Tonelli ones that would do the job. But I'll just grab a set and show you. So I think we were looking for something. Let me turn the thing around so I can see what I'm doing. So we were looking for something, so this diameter here is the right size for the stem. These are 38mm wide, so there I've got some 40s, and I think you get 42s as well. So I could probably get a set of these, turn them that way and lock the ends off, and that would do the job. So I'm going to look for a cheap set of those, and then that will negate all the shimming around the stem. But yeah, let me walk you over and you can have a look at it. So it's all pretty tidy around here. Yeah, it's all functional, but there's too much shimming in here for my like, and I think I'd rather find a better way to do that, or I may just get more straight bars, but with the correct diameter. But the shim in there that I showed you worked perfectly, so that's all great. Had to cut down the brake cable because we had all gone a bit lower, and I think that was probably about it. So we got a working bike. So what I'm going to do, if you remember, I think we were 9.6. I'll find a bit of paper in a second whilst I'm hanging this on the scales, and we'll see where we are. I haven't done this before, so I haven't got a clue whether we're going to be more or less, but I got a feeling the pedals are a bit more than the other ones I had on there, but I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, so I'll put it on the scales and bring you back, okay?
There we are, guys. So it's 87.85, so that's a massive improvement. If we go over here, what we got is that was at the end of part 3 in this video series. So yeah, it surprised me. I didn't think it was going to go down actually. So there's the bike and where we are. I was going to talk about the front brake, but I decided I think I'll wait till we actually do that, and I'll explain how my change of heart sort of came about. So it's all, well, as I said earlier on, I have been riding it, and things have been going okay. If you want to see a little bit of a ride, I've got it over on my other channel, and I'll put a link to that in the video description. Okay, so many thanks for watching. Stay happy, strong and healthy, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheerio.